able to rumble. So you guys stick in for that. Now we're gonna go to the next one. It will be this one. Randy Orton versus Chris Benoit for the World Heavyweight Championship, SummerSlam 2004. Now, Randy Orton, won the right to face Chris Benoit when he won the Battle Royal for the World Heavyweight Championship. And one of the most shocking wins, he ended up winning the World Heavyweight Championship from Chris Benoit. He became the new World Heavyweight Champion, also the youngest World Heavyweight Champion in history to this date. Now, for many fans, you're probably wondering, Randy Orton is a heel. He won it clean in the ring, no help from Evolution, and there was no proper build-up to win his title. So you're probably thinking, why did Randy Orton win this title like this so cleanly? And it's pretty simple. That same year, 2004, Brock Lesnar, the youngest WWE champion, he left after WrestleMania 20 to pursue opportunities, which was trying out for the Minnesota Vikings, be a football player, before and they did UFC later on, and he even had a short stint in New Japan Pro Wrestling in 2005. Was even champion at one point, and he wrestled Kurt Angle over there too in one match. So Vince McMahon, most people know that follow wrestling or don't know, he didn't leave WWE on good terms with Vince McMahon. So he was upset about that, and Vince thought a way to get back to Brock Lesnar since he left was not make him the youngest World Heavyweight Champion anymore since he was the youngest WWE Champion. So they used Randy Orton as a pawn to have that title. Because you guys notice he hadn't had that championship for a very long time. He had it for a month. 28 days to be exact, 28 days, according to records. And he lost to Triple H in Unforgiven 2004. So he won that title, in my opinion, because to get back at Brock Lesnar for leaving WWE so bogus, and he was the youngest champion in history. So that was a good way to get back at him. Now, everyone says Randy Orton wasn't ready. He was too young, immature. Yeah, there's some truth to that, but that's the real reason, because he won that title of being the youngest champion ever in history. And no one's even broke that record since then. And that was back in 2004. So they wanted to get that title away from Brock Lesnar because of the history of how he left the company back at WrestleMania 20 was pretty much his last match. So that's the scandal behind that particular match. They knew Randy Orton was not mentally ready when he won the belt. Before he won, they knew that. But they just did that to get back at Brock Lesnar. And good, Bram, will bring us on to you.
That sounds about right to me, man. That sounds just about right to me. Ain't nothing I can say to go over that. You killed that one. You the man.
Well, I appreciate that. I got a place for myself. You guys don't mind?
Because I am that damn good.
So we're going to go to the last scandal behind the SummerSlam match. So that will be Brock Lesnar versus Randy Orton, SummerSlam 2016. This was the first ever match. And these guys never wrestled each other before. So since they never wrestled each other before, they had a little match. It was the build-up because they were from the same draft class. Brock Lesnar 2002, Randy Orton 2002. And they finally had their match despite the fact they were on two different brands. So Randy Orton was on Raw, and Randy Orton was on SmackDown, and Brock Lesnar was on Monday Night Raw. So when that happened, they had a little build up And Brock Lesnar, he ended up defeating Randy Orton, despite having some good shots, some good spots, whatever in the match. And if you look at the end of the match, Brock Lesnar, since he couldn't beat Randy Orton with the F5 after he kicked out RKO and F5 back and forth, he started hitting Randy Orton, punching him, and he ended up bleeding inside the middle of the ring, and he lost by TKO. Now, some people thought that this was off script and may have thought Brock Lesnar legit beat Randy Orton, but this was a part of the script. And Chris Jericho, one of the close friends of Randy Orton, he came out from backstage and he was feeling what happened. And also, when he did that, him and Brock Lesnar was face to face. And it seemed like it was going to go at it, but I heard Triple H and other WWE, wrestlers and officials, whatever, management, got in between both of them. So it looked that real that it was going to be a fight between Randy Orton getting beat down. It was between Jericho and Lesnar. Those guys were going to have a backstage fight. Chris Jericho spoke about this in interviews, and he wasn't scared of Brock Lesnar. He knew Brock Lesnar could take him down, and it was just crazy, though. But it was a good match. I just don't like the fact that we never got a rematch, because this has been a good match. And also, a side note, we never saw Batista versus Brock Lesnar either. Now, I know they wrestled each other back at OVW. Come on, that's developmental. We talking about main roster here. Brock Lesnar, his prime, Batista, his prime. That would have been so good to see as well. But this is one match I wish it could have just ran that back. So I'm gonna give it to you, Good Bread.
Yeah, this match was weird to me because I've never seen this. The storyline never panned out, and to this day, I never ever seen a SummerSlam end with the opponent just laid out in the ring like that. No, it's so much loose ends. Even to this day, they can tie this storyline up and bring this back because it panned out to nothing. So it was very, very mysterious, definitely, and I still really don't know why they chose to go this route with the match.
I don't understand. You're right. I don't understand either. It was just a weird build-up. Like I said, they weren't on the same brand. They were on two different shows. And the fact they ran it like that, I think now looking back at it, it could have been something for a sponsor, maybe. Maybe sponsors want to see that match, Randy Orton
Right,
versus Lesnar. That's
right.
probably why they ran it the way they did. It was that, so last minute, and we never saw it again. So I heard that WWE sponsors really get heavily involved behind certain matches. This is why I like AEW. There's no political stuff there. As far as matches, they just do it the way they want to do it, no sponsors involved. But that's what I believe of that one. Now, those were the 5 scandals that we had. We had that's some good scandals there. I'm sorry, 4. Yeah, we had scandals there. This is the end of it. 4 scandals. I'm sorry, 4 scandals, not 5. But we're gonna end it here on Toxic Ring Scandal. Anyway, please like, subscribe to this Toxic Ring Scandal. We will do some more streams over here simultaneously, like we're doing tonight. But we're gonna move over to Red Carpet Ring. You guys head over there. Red Carpet Ring. Also check out Toxic Ring Scandal. Have very good information there regarding behind the matches, conspiracies, scandals, backstage stuff, you name it, injuries, fights, everything. But we will end it here.